Hey everyone! If you're trying to install Kali Linux on your Apple Silicon Mac, especially the new MacBook Air M4, you might run into a really frustrating problem: no display output after booting the VM. I struggled with this for hours. The VM would start, but the screen stayed completely black. But after a lot of trial and error, I finally found the solution, using Apple virtualization instead of emulation in UTM. In this video, I'll show you step by step how to install Kali Linux on your MacBook Air M4 using UTM and Apple virtualization, and avoid the no display issue. Without any delay, let's get started. First, we need two files: the UTM app and the Kali Linux installer file. To download the UTM app, open any browser and search for mac.gtutum.app, then press enter. This is the official website of UTM. Once the website opens, click on the download button, and the installer will start downloading. While UTM is downloading, open a new tab and search for kali.org. This is the official website of Kali Linux. Here, click on the download button. Then select Installer Images. Scroll down a little and click on Apple Silicon ARM64. After that, click on Installer, and the download will start. I'm not going to download it here because I have already downloaded the file. Once the download is complete, open the installer and install UTM on your Mac. This is the Kali Linux installer file that we downloaded earlier. We will use this file while creating the virtual machine. Now open UTM. Once UTM opens, click on Create New Virtual Machine. Then select Virtualize, and after that choose Linux. Now an important step comes. Here you need to allocate RAM and CPU cores. I am allocating 6 GB of RAM. Make sure you allocate less than 50% of your total RAM. For the CPU, I am assigning 3 CPU cores. After that, click Continue. Now select Use Apple Virtualization. You may see a warning saying that Apple Virtualization is experimental. But without enabling this option, Kali Linux will not run properly. Next, click on Browse, select the Kali Linux installer file we downloaded earlier, and click Open. Then click Continue. Now allocate storage for the virtual machine. I am allocating 50 GB of storage. Make sure you allocate at least 30 GB. I'm not creating a shared directory because it requires additional drivers to be installed. You can rename the virtual machine if you want. I'm renaming mine to Kali. Finally, click Save. There is no need to check OpenVM settings. I checked it by mistake. Now start the virtual machine by clicking the Start button. The Kali Linux installation process will now begin. First, select Graphical Install using the down arrow key, and then press Enter. Next, choose the installation language. I am selecting English, and then pressing Enter. You might notice that the text on the screen appears very small. Don't worry about that. We can fix it later by adjusting the display resolution after the installation. Now select your location. I am selecting India, and then pressing Enter. Next, configure the keyboard layout. I will keep it default, and press Enter. The installer will now take a few moments to load and install some components, so just wait for it to finish. After that, it will ask you to enter a host name. You can enter any single word name. I'm entering Kali, and then pressing Enter. Next, it will ask for a domain name. We don't need to enter anything here, so just leave it blank and press Enter. Now it will ask for your full name and username. I am entering my name for both the full name and the username, and then pressing Enter. Next, you will be asked to set a password. Make sure you remember your username and password, because you will need them later to log into Kali Linux. After entering the password, click Continue. Now wait for a moment, while the installer proceeds to the next step. Now the disk partitioning screen will appear. Here, select Guided, use entire disk, and then press Enter. Next, choose Virtual Disk 1, and press Enter. Now select all files in one partition, and press Enter. After that, select Finish Partitioning and write Changes to Disk, and press Enter. It will ask for confirmation. Select Yes, and press Enter. The installer will now start installing the required components, so this may take a few minutes. Next, you will see an option to install additional software and tools. I am keeping the default selection and pressing Enter. Now these tools will begin installing. This step may take some time, so just wait for the installation to complete. Once everything is installed, the system will ask for permission to reboot. Press Enter, and the installer will restart the virtual machine. After the reboot, select Kali GNU/Linux and press Enter. The Kali Linux login screen will now appear. Enter the username and password that you created during installation and log in. And that's it. You have successfully installed Kali Linux without any errors. If you want to increase the display size, open the search menu and search for display, then press Enter. In the display settings, choose the resolution you prefer. I'm selecting 1280 by 768, and then clicking Apply. A confirmation window will appear. Select Keep this configuration to save the changes. And that's it, your display size is now adjusted. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.